Welcome to the Dawg Chug. Roger, Ed, it's 2025. The Cavs just won a huge game. How is everyone feeling tonight?
Amazing game. We got home from baseball, and I told you they were down like 9. I sat down and I was eating, watching it, and they climbed back in it. They took a lead at the half, and they never, man, something special going on at the field house.
Nice.
Andy, it's so huge, the Cleveland Cavaliers, that when we take Greenland, they're going to call it Cleveland Part 2. That's how big it's going to be. Huge victory for our Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. Wonderful things. And we got a big game on Friday with the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's why I'm representing Cavs and Buckeyes tonight. Going to be huge. And but tonight's all about the Cleveland Cavaliers and a lot about college football because we got a great guest on tonight, but we'll talk about that soon.
Cleveland, what's Greenland going to be named to?
I don't know. I said Cleveland Part 2 for now. I don't know if you got a better suggestion than
it doesn't really roll off the tongue, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, it won't have a Super Bowl, but hey, we'll get into that with some breaking news. Ooh.
What will they name the Gulf of Mexico?
America, right? The Gulf of America, right?
They should do it in honor of the Cavs. All
right. The Gulf of Garland.
Well, we're really excited to be back. We were off for a couple of weeks recharging, spending time with the family, and now it's 2025. Yeah. And I got to be honest, guys. Like, I know you guys don't agree with me, but like, it's so great to be on the other side of this horrendous season and to feel like things can change in Cleveland with the Browns. I'm excited. For the first time in like months, I have brown and orange tingles, and I'm excited about that. Roger, how are you feeling about the Browns right now?
I hate the Cleveland Browns still. You know that. I still hate them. I don't believe in Andrew Berry can make a draft pick. I don't want to sit here and review them. It's shorter the only one that was his only good draft pick is probably never going to play another snap of football. He showed up in the beginning of the year with a shell on his head, already thinking about getting hurt. And when a guy like Koromoa is thinking about getting hurt and not playing football, he's not playing football very much longer.
So because anyone puts those helmets on, they're automatically going to get injured because they're not thinking about football.
No. A guy like him plays by throwing his body around, by just putting it all on the line. He went into this season already thinking he's got the. I don't know, man. I don't think he ever plays another snap. Put it down. Hey, I'm going to put that in my always right bookmark folder. I don't think Koromoa plays another snap in the NFL. I think he retires.
Okay. And your Lions are one of the darlings to make win the Super Bowl this year. How are you feeling about them?
The Guardians make the World
Lions,
Series?
No, the Detroit Lions. Your favorite team.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Guardians. The Lions. Man, you know what? I don't like all my life I followed the Lions, but they never when they were bad, it didn't affect me, like the Browns. But watching them win, I was sitting thinking about this the other day. It's great. They're winning. They're exciting, but it's still not the same for me as if the Browns were doing this well. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I'm a Browns fan. And all my life, I've liked both teams, and they were both shitty pretty much all my life, other than the Bernie and, the one Sipe year. So it didn't really matter. And then I just found out that it hurts that I'm really a true Browns fan more than I am a Lions fan because it's not as exciting for me. It's like, oh, that's great. They're winning. I don't sit and watch every game, the Lions, like every play. Like I would the Browns at being 11 and 12.
And did you agree that Roger is a Browns fan?
I believe that he is. I just want to say it is a different year, but it's the same Roger with that last minute and a half of
one of the exciting announcements about Roger this year is his New Year's resolution is to be nicer to people on social media. Roger, how's that going so far?
Well, you know what? I see we haven't talked in so long. That was 2 weeks before Christmas. I said that. My whole resolution changed, and I made a resolution to be more aggressive and attack more. Oh. And it's going great. I don't think this is going to be the first time that I successfully held on to a resolution and it worked out for me. So I'm excited. It's going great.
Wow.
I gained, you know what? Trolling and doing what I do, I gained another 40 fouls in the last, since I've been a real dick. So it's working for me. I'm not going to change anything.
It's kind of like your resolution was to lose like 50 pounds this year, but then the week before New Year's, you're like, you know what? I'm going to gain 50 pounds. Fuck it.
Bingo. There you go. And it works like a charm.
That's Dawg Chug logic right there. That's Dawg Chug logic.
Nice.
Hey,
All right.
it's going to be a whole new improved me. I'll tell you what. I'm going next week. I'm going to start getting some surgery. I'm getting some Pat Healy chompers, baby. I'm going to have new gears. And it's going to take like a year, so I'm going to be like gumming it for a while here on Dawg Chug. But when I get my new teeth, I'm going to have more selfies than our guest and Yvette put together. I'm going to move the camera in closer and everything. I'm going to get some Pat Healy teeth.
Wow.
But for a while, I don't know how it's going to affect my drinking and everything here on Dawg Chug when they pull out the rest of my gears here.
All right. Well, looking forward to that. I do want to say that my views do not represent Roger's views. So if anyone's upset with him, please.
I second that.
All right, I'm going to take a nap.
All right. That's strange. It's not 15 minutes into the show yet. Why don't we get tonight's show started with some laughs? Ed, I think we'll turn it to you with a little, what do we call that?
That's right. It is 2025, but we have the first edition of Breaking News. This is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking News. The Ohio State Buckeyes will play Texas Longhorns in the Fabric of Our Lives Bowl this Friday. The touch, the feel of cotton. Michigan fans get alive. Deshaun Watson suffered a setback in his rehab from a torn Achilles. I know you should never cheer an injury, but an injury of an injury? Let's fucking go. And finally, President-elect Donald Trump is looking to acquire Greenland. Why? We already have a land where it's cold and is so far away from a Super Bowl. Yes, Cleveland, this one's for you. And this is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news.
Wow. Well done, Ed.
That
Nice.
was great. Injury of an injury.
That was good, Ed.
And a lot of Greenland content tonight on the Dawg Chug. Very interesting. All right.
It's a strategery.
Roger, I'm going to force you to wake up from your nap and your aggression on social media. And now I want you to update the great fans of the Dawg Chug with what's going on in the sports world.
All right, we got a couple updates here. As you heard, Skip Bayless is being sued for offering a hairstylist at Fox Sports $1.5 million to have sex with them. So naturally, Dawg Chug must ask the question, is Skip really $1.5 million horny? After a quick search of his social media pics, Dawg Chug says, yes, Skip Bayless is $1.5 million horny. You know, this is yet another alarming case magnifying females in the workplace being sexually harassed in the sports entertainment profession. 2007, a makeup artist sued ESPN accusing male staffers of sexual harassment. 2017, a wardrobe stylist sued NFL Network and 3 former NFL players for harassment. And in 2019, an on-air host sued ESPN alleging male co-workers openly watched porn in front of her. This has been an ongoing problem, and it only seems to be getting worse instead of getting better as time goes on. And Dawg Chug's going to continue to follow this story. In related news, embattled quarterback Deshaun Watson is rehabbing from an Achilles injury and suffered a recent setback. When those close to him were asked about his future and what he plans to do after his paying days, Watson's people said he plans on going into sports reporting, where he sees plenty of opportunities to do what he really loves to do. And that's Roger First in Cuyahoga Falls with the update, and it's my money, and I want it now.
Wow. Nice new call for 2025, Roger. I like that. All right. Now, our favorite bit on the Dawg Chug. I think it's time for a little top 10 action.
All right. These are the top 10 reasons to watch the Dawg Chug for Browns draft coverage. Number 10. No 7-round mock drafts. We can't count that high.
Good point.
Number 9. Won't have a bloke from a country that we kicked their ass twice talking salary cap. Boring. Number 8. We actually have fun, or at least drink until we think we are having fun.
That's a good point.
Right.
Number 7. No prospect's name goes unbutchered. Sanders, Warnes, hunted. Welcome to the NFL. Number 6. We'll change our minds after every chug.
Yes.
A lot of analysis. Number 5. Won't discuss trade downs because that involves thinking.
Yeah.
Number 4. Usually get distracted. Go Cavs.
Cavs.
Number
That was
3.
not a
Where
word.
else can you have someone shit on all Ohio State players? Number 2. The Dawg Chug actually knows more than the Browns do.
Wow.
And the number 1 reason why you should watch the Dawg Chug for coverage is, like the other shows, we don't know shit, but we don't pretend to. And that's tonight's Top 10.
Wow. Well done.
Absolutely. Well done. Well done.
Come on here acting like you know anything. Get the fuck off this show.
That's right.
What I say. Well done. Well done, guys. That was great. Hilarity for all. We have some amazing guests. And Roger, I know you worked hard to book this guest. And we actually got 2. So
well, I'll tell you what happened is you had said we'd watched one of the bougie sports specials, and they had brought a woman, they had a guest on, and you said, hey, let's see if we can get you were on the show. I think, weren't you on the same show? But anyway,
I don't remember.
So I sent her a message, and she's like, well, you know what? I'd rather just come on with like Heather or Lon. She didn't trust us. And like, our reputation precedes us. So I was like, okay, cool. So Heather, we got Heather to come back on, and she's great with college football with Heather, part of L's network, and Nurse Kim, who she was on, and the reason we want to have her on is she was on that show, and it was so busy, like I don't think she said anything the entire show. So we're gonna get to know her here on Dawg Chug and give her the floor. So that's what we're gonna do.
Awesome. Well, let's bring on Kim. But before we do, we'll bring on Heather so that Kim's not intimidated. Welcome, Heather. And welcome, Kim.
She is. All right.
Poor Kim.
You guys are cracking me up. I'm laughing so hard over here.
She wanted a chaperone.
Have you ever been introduced to anything in your life with that many words?
No. Well, maybe. I am kind of infamous, aren't I?
On the Dawg Chug, we like to use 1,000 words when 10 would suffice. So be ready for that. Well, thank you for coming on. And we're on 2 of the best women on Brown's social media, Cleveland social media, I should say, because we love having women on here, and we're going to have some fun tonight. So thank you, and happy 2025. Heather, I understand it's your birthday. Was your birthday?
It was my birthday yesterday. Yes.
Do a little shot.
I'm ready. You're doing Fireball with me though, right?
I'm just gonna drink this thing.
All right. I think we got the same thing.
Andy, I introduced Andy to Fireball when he lost the bet to me last time I was on the show. So
You introduced Fireball to me?
No, I didn't introduce it. I'm just trying to sound cool.
The 1990s introduced Fireball to Andy.
Andy, I know your liver is like, no, I recognize this.
Hey, I got every given Sunday. It's actually pretty good. I got a Christmas beer, a gift.
Let's do it.
So that's what I'm drinking.
Let's do it. We can't do better than Fireball. Shh.
Shut up, is it Mayette?
Fireball is good.
Exactly. Fireball. Happy birthday.
All right.
Happy birthday.
To Heather.
Heather, happy birthday from the Dawg Chug.
Heather, Roger would really like your figurine you got today.
Okay. So I'll tell you guys, because I did on my show right before this. Kim and Lana are amazing friends. I'm going to preface that, and I'm trying to convince myself of this. Kim and Lana are amazing friends. They took me to the Cavs game, got me a tumbler, got me an Ohio State light. But
wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Look at that monstrosity.
The light's going to come in.
Just throw that away.
The light's going to come in handy when you get lost in second, third place in the Big Ten. You're going to need that to see your way around.
Right. When we're watching from atop the throne when we win the Natty.
You know what, Heather? I want to say something. We belonged to a network at one time, and there was some clowns that did a Buckeye podcast, and you belong to a network, and you got a guy that's a big Michigan fan, and you know what I mean? You never have him on to, next year I'm going to come on and talk, when we're getting ready to play the game.
That's fine. I'll have Ed on, though. I will have Ed on, and he'll be on my side. Yeah.
All right.
And you
yeah,
know what
yeah.
we'll do? I'll save this, Ed, and when we win, you and I can do a special. I'll smash this into a million
All right.
different pieces.
Ethan
that-
says he thinks that's flammable, which it might be.
Well, then I get to bring Bill and Sherry.
And I think
No. Those aren't the rules. I just made the rules.
Well,
me and
it's
Ed.
3D printed, so it could burn, I think.
But you know, it's like good podcasting. You know, when you have a ride, we have Pittsburgh guys on, we have people come on from other teams, and I don't
Well,
get it.
Roger, who you the is it May yet? That's Mike. So I think you're trying to get him on your Dawg Chug show. So he's watching to see what he's going to get himself into. He's an indie guy, so he's watching to see exactly what nonsensical bullshit we say here. So it's fantastic.
You have anybody you know DM me that wants to come on Dawg Chug?
I don't know if they
I've been
want
doing
to,
this-
but I can
I've been looking-
maybe convince some people.
I've been looking for guests for 4 years. Anybody? I
Yeah,
will
they're
take
usually
anybody.
hostages, not volunteers.
Right, exactly. They're hostages.
Another idea, you could mail that to Roger, but before you do, you should stink palm it.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I actually, it is stink bug season. I can trap a couple in there. With them.
Stink palming is like another thing.
No, stink bug. I'm saying that I've had some. I'll trap a couple in there. That stinks. So Roger,
I'm never shaking. I'm never shaking Andy's hand. I know that he's on the stink.
I'm ignoring all that because I.
All right.
I am cracking
All
up
right.
at Ethan's comment.
What did Ethan say? I didn't see what Ethan said.
Dawg Chug must have got $1 million because we have 2 chicks on at the same time.
Yeah,
And I owe money, Ethan.
Yeah,
We're very
the people love me.
all right. So Kim, you are a nurse. You're a big Cleveland fan. Tell the audience a little bit about your story. I don't know. Why are you a fan of this cursed team?
Oh God, it's in my blood. What am I gonna do? I was raised that way. I always, growing up, I played every sport. I've always been like a tomboy, I guess. When I was younger, I was around boys constantly. Still am. But I don't know. It's in my blood. I love to play sports. I love to watch sports. I like to go to sports, and I can't give up on Cleveland no matter what. It's no matter how much.
Yeah.
It kills me.
You never decided to pivot to being a Detroit Lions fan?
No, although my grandmother was from Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Well, actually, she was from like Uniontown, so she was a Steelers fan. Except when they played the Browns, she rooted for the Browns. So I told her I could never, ever root for the Steelers. So my second favorite team was always the Eagles growing up. Even my son, had at a very young age, he had, McNabb jerseys and things like that. Just he didn't want to go for the Browns then, but he does now. I don't know. It's just me. No matter how bad they are, no matter how much they make me angry,
Oh, yeah.
on TV,
We're
I'm
stuck.
still gonna watch the damn game next week. Or next season now.
Yeah.
I know we have like
I watched the whole
34
game on Saturday.
We have 34 more weeks of, not getting to enjoy the Browns after this disastrous season. But we do have 1 week to look forward to, and that's this upcoming week because we get to watch the Steelers get knocked out of the first round, which is going to be hilarious.
They're playing Baltimore, correct?
Yeah, I don't know how.
No, so like it kind of like
I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about it.
I don't want Baltimore to win, but I'd much rather see the Steelers lose because their fans are just little bitches and they've been crowing all season, and I want them to feel the humiliation of being one and done. And not to mention, when was the last time they won a playoff game? Like during the Obama administration? I don't want them to break that.
But the Ravens seem to choke every season too when they get down to the playoffs.
Well, maybe they'll both lose.
The Ravens can lose.
Right.
In round
We can only hope that both teams, like maybe the power will go out like it did in the Super Bowl that year. The game is just canceled.
The Ravens can lose in round 2 when they actually play a real football team. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
That's probably what you're betting. See, anytime Andy says something, you always got to take it with a grain of salt. That he's got some action on the game. So there's.
I don't have any money on this game, but I will be placing money on Baltimore because the Steelers they've been playing so shitty for 5 weeks now.
I don't know if you look at the point spread, Andy. You might change your mind. I don't know.
10
I don't know.
Just do a parlay, Andy. Don't do a straight up. Don't do it.
I'm going to do it straight up.
Oh, he's I'm
going to win.
He's like, I'm not messing with those stupid parlays.
And when I win, I'm going to post it, and it's going to be great. So look forward to that.
It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Ed loves when you do that, by the way. Okay. All right. Ed, I think I'm going to turn to you. We're gonna jump right into Spit Sip Chug. We got to get some good Cleveland.
Yes.
Here we go.
Going, and this is the way to do it.
Okay, well, we will start with the birthday girl because I know she's a big Buckeye. In the first Spit Sip Chug.
I know this is going to be a chug, and I'm going to regret this, but okay, let's.
Yeah, you probably are. But like I said, it's time for Spit Sip Chug, a game with so much acclaim. Yes, I did give it its name. I will say a statement. If you heavily agree with that statement, you will chug. If you
I'm not. I'll do a shot.
You will spit, and if you are lukewarm on it, you will sip. Roger, we have, since it's the new year, and I want to be nice, you are allowed to sip tonight.
Well, thank you, Ed.
Yeah.
Do we all do it?
Roger's a spitter. Roger's a spitter.
Yeah, we will go around the horn, Kim. We will start with Heather. You'll go next, and then Roger, Andy, and myself. The first statement being Ryan Day saved his job.
Oh, damn it!
Heather.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
He saved his job. Yep. He saved his job. He absolutely saved his job. And he saved it because he beat them so convincingly. And that Oregon win, that sealed it. So yeah, I need a chaser. He saved his job.
Kim.
My turn? Okay.
Yep.
So if you agree, Kim, you have to chug.
Yep.
I got it.
She's trying to think here.
Okay.
Oh, is it the same question? I don't
Yeah,
get
it's the same question. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Same statement.
All right.
Hey, in your
Oh,
spare
wow. Now
time-
I feel like a little bitch. I'm
Right.
going to have
Wow.
to.
Love Ryan Day, doesn't she?
Okay, wow. Andy, you got competition.
Hey, we only got nine more of these.
Hey, Kim,
Oh, God.
when
Okay.
Roger croaks, do you want to take over? That was very-
It's going to be right around the corner. It's not.
I'll go give him CPR.
Is it my
Kim,
turn?
do you have any
It's your
words
turn,
about Ryan
Roger.
Day?
Yeah, Kim. Why
Yeah,
do you
you
save
wanna
his job?
Pound on
Oh,
your
for
chug?
sure. I mean, the whole Michigan loss and everything, I thought for sure he was going to be gone, but then he did redeem himself with that big win over Oregon. I agree with what Heather said for sure. But I just don't think that he's ready to be gone from Ohio State, to be honest, no matter what. I think he was going to stay.
Yeah. Okay. Good answer. Good chug, by the way. Roger, I'm interested in to see what you have to say here.
You know what? Andy and I got suckered into a bet that I was going to drink 4 canned Crown Apple, Washington apple. Oh, they're awful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shotgun. And I'm going to tell you why I'm chugging, because number one, they raised the bar down to John Cooper level when it comes to coaching in Ohio State. And number two, his brother got rid of Jim Harbaugh and saved everybody AD's money, and everybody keeps their money, and they chased him off to the NFL. So everybody owes Ryan Day a big thank you for that. So with the bar being lowered, they don't even have to beat Michigan anymore because you can make the playoffs with 2 losses. And with his brother and that whole conspiracy going on, I'm chugging. The Ryan Day saved his job. Extend him.
I'm sorry. All I heard was the Charlie Brown teacher.
I love Ryan Day. He's my favorite. Extend him. Give him. I'll help pay. I'm a taxpayer in the state of Ohio. I'll chip in. Extend Ryan Day.
Wow. Andy.
All right. Well, we talked about this one earlier, I think after the Michigan game. And my answer then is going to stay the same as it was now, as it is now. Ryan Day has to win the whole thing, or at least like be very explosive in the championship game. And if we come up a little bit short, I think that'll be enough. I'm still worried about him in a high pressure situation. I feel like, oh my gosh, he's fast and loose. Everything kind of works, but when there's a lot of pressure on, it's just something ain't right. And if I see that again, I'm going to continue to think he needs to be gone. And to be fair, like Ohio State, I think has the best roster. I mean, Jeremiah Smith is like the number 1 overall pick, just doing amazing
Ever.
things.
In the history of ever.
He's unbelievable. Any coach should be able to get a lot out of Ohio State. I'm not trying to downplay Ryan Day, but I have seen warts in big situations, so I want to make sure that he can take care of business. I'm not really afraid of any of these 3 remaining teams. I think Ohio State can cruise along and win a championship, but they got to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to advocate that Ryan Day still needs to go. So I'm spitting.
Oh, okay.
Andy's a spitter.
Ooh.
Well, we all know that Cleveland Browns fans sometimes are a little bit unwise in some of their opinions. So I am going to chug.
My man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Ryan Day has saved his job at the Ohio State, or as Gus Johnson would say, the world-famous Ohio State Buckeyes. Absolutely. Kicked the crap out of those hillbillies from Tennessee when they came and invaded the shoe. Kicked the crap out of the Ducks when we went duck hunting on New Year's Day. Going to kick the crap out of Texas in the Fabric of Our Lives Bowl in a home game for Texas, and then we'll finish up with Penn State or Notre Dame. It doesn't matter. Ryan Day has definitely saved his job. And you know what? You know who I hope is watching and listening right now? Lou Holtz, if you're out there. Who's the best team? OHIO.
All right.
Careful.
Thank you, Roger. And that will move us
You know
on to
what?
statement number 2, and then we'll start with
Hold on,
Kim.
Roger was trying to say something.
No, I didn't hear. Sorry.
I'm reading the chat, and I'm reading some of the comments in the chat. We got a live crowd in the chat tonight, man. That's for
They're
sure.
chugging with
They're
us.
they're pretty impressed with Dawg Chug pulling down 2 chicks too. I tell you that much.
2.5, because
Two hot ones.
between me and Ed, like we're
Hey boys, just get a podcast. That's all you got to do. Get a podcast.
Are we good, Andy? Since you want
Yeah.
to host, are we good? Okay, we're good. Okay, all right. Statement number 2. We'll start with Kim.
Okay.
The Cavs need to trade for a wing player now after their great win tonight. Obviously, you're feeling high with the tickets tomorrow. You
She
go.
spit already.
Whoa!
She's like,
You said.
I said Hawk 2. No way. Our team is solid the way it is. I don't think we need to trade for anything. Well, no, I'm good. I'm spitting on that one. I love the team we have now. I love the coach we have. He knows exactly how to move them around. We just need to stay healthy. I don't think we need to trade for anything right now.
All right, Roger. Sorry, Ed. You can.
Roger. Thank you, Andy.
I'm spitting. You don't add nothing. If the one of the guys that carry the water jugs around says, "Hey, my brother needs a job," don't even bring him in. Don't do nothing. Don't add nobody. I don't care if a beer vendor. Don't do nothing. Everything, whatever's going on, all the way down to the guy parking cars. Leave everybody in place. Don't touch it.
That's right.
How about that?
I agree.
Nice. Andy.
I'm going to just agree with Roger and Kim, and I'm going to expand on what Roger was saying. But the only way I would mess with any of the chemistry on this team is if the Cavs could get Dan back on working on the floor.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Right.
He left the Cavs because he was very upset about.
They don't know Dan. Thankfully, they don't know
Dirty
Dan.
Dan.
Go what a
He
piece
might
of
be
shit
dead
he is.
by now. I'm not even sure if he's still kicking, but if he would come back to the Cavs,
Nah,
that
he's
would be a
probably
big
dead.
win for the organization. So other than that, don't mess with anything. I love the chemistry. I love the way things are going. They're gonna have like a lull, but that's okay because they're gonna climb out of it and they're gonna kick ass. Get to the postseason. It's gonna be so much fun. I love this team, so I'm gonna spit.
I canceled Dan. I put out DMs to block Dan. I canceled him when he fucked with me. He's done. Dan's not around anymore.
Well, I'm going to follow with everybody and spit as well. But I will say one thing about Dan. If Cleveland smells better, that means Dan is dead.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, hey, it's the
Jeez.
truth. But I'm also going to say that they don't need to trade for anybody. That's why I spit, but I just want to say the Cleveland Cavaliers. Just wanted to say that. Heather.
I am going to metaphorically spit because I ain't no spitter. But I do not think that we all need to trade for anyone.
Hey,
It's
now
the
everybody
Dawg Chug
knows where
after
we're at.
dark. It's after 10, so anything
Well,
goes.
Heather,
right?
because of that, Andy, you know the rule. When we all agree on something, we all chug. We all chug.
Oh,
We all
God damn
chug.
it, my liver.
That
You
is-
told
that
you
is a-
guys.
We all
Okay,
chug.
I'm not gonna be a bitch here, and I'm gonna chug this time.
Okay, here we go.
That's going to be the first clip.
Whew.
Wow. Anybody else have anything before we move on to statement number 3?
I mean,
No, I think that does it, Ed.
amazing there, and you just immediately are like, "Oh, let's all chug." She just implied, something that was hilarious. We should
I
give it a
know.
little bit of credit.
I think she
Oh.
implied it, Andy, and I think that
Well, I
to beat
think
a
it's-
dead horse. I think she got the joke out, Andy. We got the clip. We got the clip, Andy. We got the clip.
I delivered it, right?
Yeah, you got the clip.
It
You don't need-
landed. Okay,
The
let's
clip.
not.
You,
Let's not ruin
Right.
Heather,
Hey,
can you
everybody
explain
back.
that to the audience?
Do I need to explain it?
Let's do another take.
Yeah, let's go
Take
to
two.
okay. All right. Wow. Number 3, we'll start with Roger. Stefanski needs more
beautiful.
power. Hot topic.
I'm
Damn
chugging.
it, my liver.
I haven't. You know what? I'm allowed to sip tonight. I haven't sipped yet. I think, in just fairness to him, going forward, the debate, 2-time coach of the year, blah, blah, let him pick his quarterback, let him pick his offensive coaches, and let him have full control. Honestly, I think that he's had a lot of control because Andrew Berry was actually hired after him. I don't think Andrew Berry's necessarily his boss. Paul DePodesta is both of their boss. You know what I mean? But I think that they had where they worked in unison, or what did they say? Lockstep. They were in lockstep. Well, Andrew Berry in his press conference said, that the coaching staff is Kevin's responsibility. It's the first time we haven't heard everybody's in lockstep on everything. Now everybody's saying, "Oh, he's in charge of this." So, yeah, definitely Kevin Stefanski needs because this is he's got to win. He's got to win this year because I don't think he'll have a job if he doesn't after this season. But I think, in fairness to him, he needs to be able to say what system he's gonna run, and what quarterback he's gonna have on the field. So,
All right.
Andy.
Okay, so look, last year was an abomination. It was terrible. It was very clear the Browns were very desperate to justify the trade they made, all the investment they made. So organizationally, they decided, hey, we have got to make this work with Deshaun. We got to do everything we can to put him in the best position. So I feel like organizationally, they skewed more to the quarterback and what he wanted more than the coach and what was best for Stefanski. And, it didn't work at all. It was a disaster. Thankfully, Watson was so bad. There's no one left in that building that wants to run that back. It's never going to happen, in my opinion. Maybe I'm a fool for saying that, but the power is going back to Kevin now. If you listen to his press conference, like for the first time in 5 years, it wasn't, we hired this guy. We got a list together. We did this.
right.
It was me. Everything in the press conference was because I think they said to Kevin, like, hey, like, we're going to take a step back. You do what you need to do. And he's going to be judged on how he does this season. And this could be the end of the road for him. Or he could show that he is the great coach that I sometimes believe him to be. And he's going to prove all his doubters wrong. So does he need more power? Sure. But I think the better point is he is getting more power this year. And I'm excited. I'm optimistic about that. So I'm going to chug.
Oh,
There you go. I agree with you, Andy. Good job.
I will follow that chug with a chug of my own. But I will say he needs more power. I know you kind of treaded a little bit. He's getting more power, which is a good thing. But I think he needs more power because the face of a franchise is obviously in a correct organization would be a franchise quarterback. Cleveland having a quarterback that's even good. Yeah, right. So let alone a franchise quarterback. So, okay, strike one there. So then you would think you got to go coach next. You have Kevin Stefanski, 2-time coach of the year. That would be your next obviously choice for who is the face of the franchise. You look at the Steelers with Mike Tomlin, you look at Bill Belichick when he was with the Patriots, obviously they had Tom Brady, but the next in line in succession of the franchise is the head coach. And since Cleveland can't get a quarterback and probably fuck up this draft or do anything, in free agency. So it's got to be Kevin Stefanski. And that's why with more power, it needs to be not only going back to the Kevin Stefanski offense, that was way better than the Ken Dorsey offense. It's also comes down to just everything about the team. It needs to be his. Like Andy eloquently said, he needs to go down with the ship. But it's got to be his way. So I'm definitely chugging on that. It has to go down that way. Heather,
I'm chugging on this one too because everybody wants to blame Kevin Stefanski when he's not the one that's pulling the strings. I don't think he wants Deshaun Watson, but what's he supposed to do? Go into the podium and say this guy fucking sucks? Like we made the worst trade in the history of ever. So what is he supposed to do? He's got to play who he has. So
he's a sexual predator.
Yeah. Right. Well, right. So they've got to give him some autonomy. So I'm chugging on this one.
He's going to go into sports reporting anyway. We don't have to worry about Deshaun.
That was an impressive amount of vodka, Heather.
Yeah.
All right, sorry,
Yes.
Tim.
Yep.
You're out. Heather's in. Roger,
Happy birthday.
please croak.
I shouldn't make you laugh while you're drinking. I apologize.
I'm sipping.
Birthday.
I'm sipping on that one. I feel like he has more power than we probably know, but I do feel like he does need to be able to make more decisions, and he just isn't. He doesn't have the balls sometimes, I feel like.
Yes.
See,
So-
Lord knows.
Lana would know.
That's my opinion. So I'm sipping.
I'm good. I'm really good right now.
That is good.
Happy birthday.
This show does have a tenuous relationship with Fireball. There was a episode
We do.
years back.
We do. We have a history.
You may have
We do have a history.
Andy, I have a fireball that we'll have to close out if I'm
right.
still functional.
What do you mean if?
Oh, I'm gonna be good.
Wow.
I want this segment to be called Spit, Swallow, Suck, to be honest.
All right.
Whoa. Okay, well, that escalated. Well, we got one more plug before we change it next
Who
week.
invited us?
We'll start with
Roger.
Andy. Start with Andy on this one because he audible.
Hey.
We called an audible on this one. Under no
It's a Herb
circumstances.
and Raj podcast.
They're amazing. I love my guys. I love
Andy,
her.
go ahead and read it whenever you're ready.
Under no
I gotta get-
circumstances should the Browns trade Myles Garrett. So what do I'm spitting, swallowing, or
Sucking?
Swallow,
If
Andy.
you're chugging, you're swallowing.
should they not trade
Rated X.
Myles Garrett? Look,
Just shut the
what
shit
the Browns need to do with Myles Garrett is very simple. They need to go to him and pitch him what their plans are and say, are you buying in or are you checked out? Because if he's checked out, trade him.
I love this guy.
I love Myles Garrett. I never want to trade him. I want to retire as a Brown. But if he's not buying into what we're doing, everything rolls down from the top. So that is going to infect the rest of the defense. I don't want that. So if he doesn't subscribe to the plan you're putting out there, go ahead and get what you can for him. And Myles Garrett will be, Hall of Fame player for the Browns someday. But he should not be here. I remember with Joe Thomas, the exact situation came up. They were talking about trading him to Denver when Peyton Manning was there. And I think they talked to him about it. They were going to get a first-round pick. And Joe said, you know what? I really like Cleveland. I want to stay here. And they said, okay, great. I hope that's exactly what they do with Myles Garrett. And I hope he says, I love it here. I want to stay here. So I am going to spit because I do see a circumstance where they could trade him.
I'm going to Sip.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, if some team offers you a boatload and then got number ones and things, and to the point that Andy said about checking out, and he has been talking to LeBron James. He's been on the phone. He's talking about LeBron, and hey, Cleveland, LeBron not left you not once, but he left your asses twice. So I don't know if that's a good thing that he's talking to LeBron. So I don't know. I mean, I think the Browns would obviously like to keep him. He's a very good player. He's going to be a very good player for a very long time still. And, they're building this thing in Brook Park because I do think it's going down. And Mayor Justin Bibb, get a fucking life, dude. It's over. It's going to go down. So, yeah, they got this dome. And it'd be cool if Myles Garrett was actually part of that. And then, the goodwill to kind of keep the fans engaged with the Browns when they suck the next couple of years. Because they might. It might be true. Thank God for the Cavs and the Buckeyes. So, yeah, that's why I'm sipping on that one. But I hope he stays. I like Myles Garrett. He's a good player. Heather.
I'm going to sip on this one too, because I do think that there is a scenario that they trade him because he is a little bit disenchanted right now and maybe he demands it. But I also think that the chance is small. I'm going to sip just a little because I do think that the chance is small because what they're going to want for him is going to be astronomical.
Huge.
It's going to be huge. So it'll be the Golf of Garrett.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sip a little.
Nice.
That's what they should call that thing.
Yeah, I
Damn.
agree as well. I think it's a sip because he has said that he doesn't want to stick around if we're going to be doing a rebuild, right? So, Cleveland and what we love to do here, but we'll see what happens. And again, we would need the house if somebody really wants him. But he has part ownership of the Cavs, so I feel like he doesn't want to leave us. So we'll see. That's my opinion.
Roger.
My turn, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sip since I'm allowed to sip.
Don't
You
count
know
if it's
what,
not on
we-
video,
we-
Pronky.
like we had a left tackle, Hall of Fame left tackle. He couldn't win us a Super Bowl. The same thing with the Hall of Fame edge rusher isn't going to win you a Super Bowl. If we can't put a quarterback into place, to really compete. I don't know if Kirk Cousins is that guy. The only kid in the draft that I would be tempted for them to take would be Deion's kid, because he's a pocket passer, because he can turn his back to a defense and run play action. The kid in Florida, everybody's out of their mind, Miami. He's played nobody. He has an attitude. He's the word. He'd be another Beckham situation. You put him on the Cleveland Browns. Yeah. I don't believe in him. I don't think he's played. He's done nothing. He's played California. He's played Duke. Who has he really played against? I think that's important. People throw guys like Patrick Mahomes because of where he played at. Let's not get crazy and crown him the next, Pat Mahomes. I would have traded Myles Garrett if they would have fired everybody. But I have everything riding on Kevin Stefanski. You know what I mean? Like, my belief in him is all I have because I don't believe in Andrew Berry. You know what I mean? I'm worried about the draft, who he's going to pick, because he hasn't hit on anybody. So everything I have is riding on Kevin Stefanski, and if they're going to win, they need Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? I'm if they trade him, I'm chugging on going to the Detroit Lions. How about that? Is that a good answer?
One pride, baby. One pride.
Wow. Yeah, it's a great answer. If the Browns should draft a quarterback.
We just got a question.
know.
Do we want
Hey.
Flacco back?
I'm 5 beers in too. Don't pay attention to me.
Do we want Flacco back?
No.
No.
No, I take Cousins
I mean,
over
look,
Flacco.
if you added him, you would take who?
At this point, yes. At this
Yeah.
I
point
would
in your
take Kirk
career,
Cousins
yes.
over Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think that's a done deal. I really do. With Stefanski relationship, the system, I think Cousins a done deal coming to Cleveland.
Can we get some real sickos that are fans
guess.
know, and they, put some wild
He's a
stuff
regular, though, Andy. He's a regular, so
regular,
we
yeah.
love him. We
He's
love
one
him.
of ours, but
Oh, okay.
Some of the people that comment are a little intense. I should have prepared you for that. But we have
Did
fun.
you not see my video from the Cavs game the other night?
I did not. And by the way, I want to bring up to everyone the
I
Cavs.
did see it.
There was a little promotion to guess the score of the Cavs game. And Kim, take it away. How did you do tonight?
I
Right.
won. I guessed 128 to 122, and they emailed me right after the game and told me that I won the tickets for tomorrow.
You get to go see the Cavs dominate against the Toronto
Toronto.
Raptors?
Toronto.
Yeah,
We're gonna be like 17-point favorites. It's gonna be awesome.
We're gonna make
yeah,
Drake
lower
cry.
level seats, so hopefully they're good seats.
And I will be betting against the Cavs tomorrow. I apologize. Just against the point spread, not for them to lose the game, obviously.
Well, they're going to rest their starters tomorrow once we get a giant lead. So
Yeah. Anyway, Ed, is there any more spit sip chug?
No. I think
fortunately for me, no.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Did you wait? We trumped one of your questions. Why don't we do a fifth one? We're
okay, we can do one because I think it'll be fun, and I want to gauge how we kind of feel about this and everything. Okay, fifth question will be spit sip chug, and we can start with Heather because obviously the Browns will make the playoffs in 2025. Kevin Stefanski's been up and down every year. Will Kevin bounce back in 2025? Will the Browns make the playoffs, or the Browns will make the playoffs? I'm sorry, statement form.
The Browns will not. We will not make the playoffs. So
That's a spitter, right?
no, it's a spit.
That's a
I did
spit.
you a solid right there, Heather. I did you a solid.
you can
Thank
just
you.
swallow if you want.
Wait, that's a swallow.
I agree. As much as I want to make the playoffs, I really can't make that determination yet until we know who's even going to be playing,
we don't have
who's going to be our quarterback, who's going to be our line. These coaches, these new coaches, they had to run out and hire. I mean, Rice University. I didn't realize the San Francisco treat needed to be an offensive line coach. But we'll
Rice
see.
or
I say
Rooney.
no way, spit. Ugh, no.
Wow.
Roger. I wonder
Are you
what
waiting for me?
Yeah.
You know I hate the Cleveland Browns, so no, they're not. I'm spitting. Look, no matter what Kevin Stefanski tries to do, the Cleveland Browns are just I'm spitting on it. They're not going to make the playoffs. I'm all for tank for Arch.
March for
2026 is
Arch.
March. There
Arch
you go.
Manning?
I don't want Arch.
No.
I just haven't seen enough of it.
He gonna lose to them Buckeyes Friday night.
He gonna find out.
We'll find out. Fuck around and find out.
That's right. He's in the
Jesus,
fuck around phase. He about
That's
to
right.
find out on Friday.
Will Howard, baby.
That's who I want, Will Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Browns going to draft him in the third round.
I did see a mock draft that they said that they could get Will Howard and they could get Lathan Ransom.
Oh, I take Ransom. I like that.
I would take Ransom in a minute.
All right.
Yeah.
Andy, what do you think about the Browns' chances of playoffs?
Well, I am the biggest homer of all time, as everyone knows. And like I said, I'm getting the brown and orange tingles just because we're away from the Deshaun Watson infection of this team. I know he's going to be on the roster next year, and I'm prepared for that, but that's fine because he's just going to be their name only, which is fine by me. We're not going to be making decisions in his best interest. However, the decision to draft him, I don't want to blame him because he's not the fucking idiot that made the deal. He cratered this entire, rebuild competitive team. Like it's going to be detrimental. We're going to see waves that infect this team for the next year or two. So under no circumstances do I see us making the playoffs. And there's always a chance, but I can't imagine. We have to have good quarterback play. I don't think we have the opportunity to get a good quarterback this year on any level. So I think this is going to be a non-playoff team. But I will say, I think we're going to get back to seeing a team play that we can actually root for and be excited about. They're going to win some games next year. I'm excited about it. But yeah, I think like 8 and 9 is probably our ceiling next year. And that's okay because eventually we're going to be completely away from Deshaun Watson, and I'll be ready to chug on that one. So I guess I'm spitting.
There you go. Good answer.
Oh, ye of little faith. I'm going to chug.
Based on what? How are we going to make the playoffs
Ed
next
is
year?
on the Ohio State high right
Based
now.
on this. Okay, because I intend to go to more Browns games next year. And as we all know, that when I am in Northeast Ohio, the Browns don't lose. I was there in Akron for the Jacksonville game with Andy and Roger and everybody. We won. I was at the Baltimore game. We won. Also, too, and I thought about this, Andy. I think it's the Columbus influence. Crutch was at the Pittsburgh game in the snow. Where's Crutch? Columbus. Like I said, it's the Columbus.
Dumbass. Crutch went to the Dallas game with me week 1, and that went to shit. So,
Well,
series off.
That was not talked about, and I don't even know. We don't have any confirmation of that, so I don't know that as of right now. So once again, more Columbus influence. We win, Heather. We do.
I was at the Baltimore game too, though, Ed. So I have a bone to pick with you. Andy, Lana was trying to get a hold of you. You didn't know where you were. It was anarchy and chaos. We were trying to hook up with you guys, and you just ditched us. Next year, you're ours.
Wait, was that when we were trying to find the Cybertruck and they were across the street?
No, this was at the Baltimore game. Lana and I had tickets to the Baltimore. She got those tickets to the Baltimore game. So that was another game that we couldn't find Andy.
Because he told us he was in the wrong parking lot.
Yes, we were in the wrong parking lot.
I'm sorry, did I hear that we were going to try and hook up with us?
Yeah, next year, you're ours.
I am a married man.
We're tailgating. So.
But Heather, you know what I'm talking about, the winner influence that we.
I know the winner influence. I've never seen an Ohio State loss, so I know what it. We got that juju,
and that's why I'm chugging.
I like it, Ed. I respect it.
Thank you. And that will end and conclude Spit Sip Chug. That may be our last one ever, according to Kim, who wants to rename it.
Hey, if the game is renamed, it stays the same. You just wanted a dumb tagline at the beginning.
When we're on, it's going to be spit, swallow.
Suck.
Spit, swallow, suck.
I think we're going to have a little more fun here. I think it's time for a little rapid fire action, Ed. And I think we should probably allow both of our amazing guests to compete. So why
don't we do this, Andy? This will be fun. I will say the question, and they can say it at the same time.
Okay, I don't even know what this is.
So what I'm going to do? Okay,
this
so
is
you
just
guys
rapid fire. They're going to ask us questions, and we got to answer it.
Yeah,
got it.
You're going under rapid fire. I will say this. I will say the question. Within like 1, 2 in your mind. Go 1, 2, and then say it. Okay. Have a good cadence. We'll see if you guys are good. If you could do the no huddle offense in a hostile environment. Are you Will Howard in the Cotton Bowl with all those Longhorn fans?
And let's see how far they agree or where they disagree.
I like a little chaos to start 2025. Andy, if you want, you can get your own segments here for if you got something else. But we're going to go rapid fire. 1, 2, I'm going to say, and you're going to go. All right, here we go. Rapid fire. Glad the Brown season is over.
God, yes.
Yes.
Brown should have fired Stefanski.
No.
Brown should have fired Barry.
Yes.
Browns need to draft a quarterback at 2.
Yes.
No.
Brown should trade Myles Garrett.
No.
Andy should not renew his Brown season tickets.
No.
He
should renew them.
He needs to.
Yes.
The Cavs will win the East.
Yes.
The Cavs will win the finals.
Yes.
Joy Taylor is a hoe.
Yeah.
Who is Joy Taylor?
The Fox Sports person.
Oh, the Fox Sports. Yes, she's a hoe. Yeah.
Skip Bayless is a gross old weirdo.
Yeah, he's a hoe too.
Penn State will beat Notre Dame.
No.
Ohio State will beat Texas.
Yes.
And finally, who is the bougiest one on Bougie Sports?
Yvette.
Lana.
And that will conclude Rapid Fire.
Wow. Well, you guys only disagreed on 2. Lana is the most bougiest versus Yvette, and then the Browns have to draft a quarterback at 2.
Yvette's our queen. She's a founder.
But the bougiest, though, I feel like is Lana. She's way bougie.
I mean,
I'm pretty bougie, but I'm not part of bougie. But I go with Lana.
You're definitely part of bougie.
I'm bougie by association.
You are.
Trivia time.
Oh, geez.
So, hey, which one of these two won the date with Eddie Mack?
Well, that would be
That is a trivia question. Thanks, Roger. That is-
Oh God. Do I need more vodka
That's
for
my-
this?
That's my dude. I'm trying to get him. So I'm trying to get him hooked up. Eddie Mack.
All right. This famous person has a birthday today. Maybe
Elvis
living,
Presley.
maybe dead. Famous person, Browns
Elvis Presley.
fan. Bingo, Kim, you got it. Elvis Presley. Everybody out
before
there,
you even
Elvis
finished the
Presley,
The
one of the biggest
king, of
Browns
course.
fans out there. Little history. He was childhood friends with Gene Hickerson, former offensive lineman, great player in the NFL. Used to send Elvis Presley game tapes because Elvis was a little bit of a weirdo, and he liked to watch game tapes. And also, he starred with Jim Brown in Rustabout, one of the famous movies. So, shout out to Elvis Presley.
all right. So, what does Heather win for getting that right?
She wins Cavs tickets tomorrow against the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, Kim wins, and we're
Kim,
well,
You
yeah,
won the
Kim won
Cavs
those tickets.
Awesome.
I'm gonna need to win a new liver.
How are you feeling, Heather?
I'm feeling really good right now. It's a good time to just ask me anything.
Ed?
Oh,
Actually, hey, Pronky Dog, do you have anything that you would like to ask Heather?
I might not answer friendly because Pronky Dong is
Bronky Dog is on fire right
I mean, he's
now.
talking about Bukkake over here.
Yeah, I know.
He's one of our loyal listeners. I mean, you have to be nice to our audience. You can't.
all right, Heather, I got a question for you. Obviously, you get a lot of unsolicited, probably things
See,
in your
Herb and
DM.
Raj.
It's been your birthday. Has there been
Yeah.
any birthday offers or anything freaky that
Oh yeah.
what's the best one? You don't have to say names or anything, but anything out there, like, you want to.
I got I got some pretty they would send me Starbucks if I would send them. They all wanted to see, so you guys know, like, I got this tattoo. So everybody wanted to see. There were quite a few people that wanted to see the tattoo uncensored, and they would send me Starbucks. I'm like, I am worth more than $6.25. Okay. So
They send you Starbucks?
yes, for that, I'm like, no, I'm not sending you. I wouldn't, like, maybe
So what would
6
you have said?
million.
What would you have? What would
Gotta
have been
be at
acceptable?
least,
6 million, I probably would have. Like,
Hey.
maybe, maybe.
Heather,
Wait.
Heather, here's what we're
Just
gonna
to show
do.
the tatas?
Yeah, I'm not doing
Maybe
that.
500.
all right, Pronky Dog.
Here's
wants to know
what
how
we're
big
gonna
is
do.
too Small.
We're gonna take Ed. I want you to superimpose her tattoo, and I'm gonna take a picture with my shirt off. We're gonna put it right here. We're gonna send it to those guys, and we're gonna get a coffee. We'll split.
You're gonna go, all right.
I love it. I get a
Right?
venti, so it's more than big enough
Yeah,
to
we'll
split.
put it
I would
right here.
definitely share that. Yeah.
And I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
And you put it right here, and
I
then
got
we'll
you.
send that
We
off.
can make it happen. We can get some free Joe.
To the
I had,
crew.
okay, I won't call out names, but I actually, incidentally, I had 2 people who said that my tattoo looked like a penis. Therefore, they thought I wanted to see theirs. So they sent me their,
Ooh.
their dick pic because
Ooh.
my tattoo looked like a penis. So, I love the internet. It's undefeated. Social media is great. Yeah. Shirtless Raj.
Yeah, we like to
Yeah.
please everyone, I guess.
Yep.
Apparently, Herb and Raj said we didn't have a very good dress code for this podcast. I don't really know why.
What's
Are
wrong
we-
with their dress code? I'm wearing a cat shirt.
He said something earlier in the comments about
I don't
there's
know
no
what you're
dress
talking
code.
about. There's our audience is great, but they're not always the brightest,
I'm like,
They're
what was
not
I supposed
PC.
to wear?
They're
A
not.
ball
They're
gown?
not.
Yeah,
They're not domesticated. All of them. They're not all domesticated.
they're wild. They're
Yeah.
wild. We gotta
Feral.
send some of
Feral.
them straight to the sun.
Yeah, they need rabies shots probably.
Rocky
Oh,
Dog
sorry,
is
he said it
out
was
of-
wild.
He's out
My
of
bad.
control.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he said it was wild. Okay, wild is fun. Wild is fun. I'm
Yes.
rocking you because I won't forget. I have my Okoro jersey on because I won't forget the last show that I did with you in the top 10. You talk shit about my.
I did. Hey, he's working his way back. Isaac, if you're out there, hey, I got nothing but love for you. Nothing but love.
That's my goal for 2025 is to get Isaac to follow me.
Pronky Dong is Okoro, by the way. You know that, right?
Really? Is
Yeah.
he? Because if he is Okoro, all of the things that he's saying, let's go.
Frankie's got issues.
Send her a gift card for
Starbucks.
but please make
$6.25.
50 is not really going to get you much at Starbucks these days.
Not
It
anymore.
doesn't. It doesn't. That gets me. That's like 1 week worth of my Java chip wraps. So
$15.
I think I need another shot, you guys. This is taking a hard left turn here.
Oh, I was gonna do a shot with you.
Oh, we're good. Are we closing out with one? No, I'm saving my fireball for us to close out with one.
Go ahead. Are you going to be okay?
No,
Many
I'm
people are
fine.
very worried.
Are you
He's at
driving
home.
home tonight?
Yeah, I'm at home. I'm okay.
Okay. All right.
Can you
Good.
please drive over to Heather's and check on her in about an hour because we're very worried.
With Taco Bell. You got to bring Taco Bell because I'm at that point.
Kim's a nurse, Andy. I think Kim would know if there's any signs of alcohol poisoning or anything, right? She's fine, right?
Do a
She's fine.
personal check-in.
Heather,
They're going to go to the Cavs game.
we had the guy Dan drove to the beer store drunk live on Dawg Chug.
That's true.
So we have to check. We have to check.
We're taking a hard left turn here. No, don't encourage me.
Well, I guess I didn't know that I was supposed to maybe wear a bra or something for the show tonight. I didn't know.
We're just trying to get
I'm
you
not.
guys
I'm not
more
wearing
viewers.
one. I'm not. Andy, you wearing one? I'm not wearing one.
No.
No. So we don't wear bras on the show.
Roger,
I
are
only
you
wear
wearing
a
yours?
bra when we do Dawg Chug on Saturdays for some reason.
Yes.
It's been a while since we've done it. We have to do a shit show, and when we do, we would love both of you to come on our shit show.
I'm all about a shit show.
We definitely got to do a shit show. And that's just a Saturday or a Friday night where we just drink.
A lot.
We just drink a lot.
We almost
A
had
lot.
someone die last time we did one of these, by the way.
That is true.
Right, we did.
That is
Not being dramatic or
no, literally. That's true.
Literally, we almost had someone die, and I almost. I mean, my wife.
For your well, I mean,
my wife was holding my hair as I was puking viciously.
You know,
well,
we've all
25
been
shots
there.
of Fireball will do that.
I woke up in this chair.
we've all been there.
All right. Does anyone have anything else? I think we should.
We
close.
got the
And
do we got the
what?
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm asking. Does anyone have anything like? Does anyone have an idea of anything else we'd want to talk about? Roger, it sounded like you had something.
No, I'm just gonna do are we gonna do a playoff bet? Are we gonna do the greatest pool never won for the playoffs?
Yeah, there's no greatest pool into the playoffs, unfortunately. But we could do a playoff bet. Why should we do a playoff bet?
I think so, where we do the over under or something to make 5 or whatever. Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do.
I mean,
I'm gonna place a bet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go around the horn. We're all going to pick something.
Okay.
Are we picking straight up matches here? I mean, like, because is it NFL? Because I'm picking
we're gonna
Ohio
do
State.
NFL. Oh, we can do Ohio State. We can throw Ohio State.
I'm saying Ohio State. And I don't give a shit how much Ohio State
All right.
straight up.
Ohio
too.
State all day, straight up, cover the
Straight
spread. We
Heather,
about
we're
to.
gonna let you start. So you pick any of the NFL games, any college game, anything that's coming up. You can do I don't think the Cavs line is posted tomorrow, but excuse me. Do you have a game, an NFL game you'd like to know the spread on?
The Vikings.
The Vikings spread is they're giving 1.5 to the Rams.
I'm going the Vikings. I'd take the Vikings.
All right, got
Okay.
that. Heather, you're gonna take Ohio State. You're gonna steal Ohio State from Ed.
No. Ed can take Ohio State. I'm taking the Vikings.
All right, that's cool. All right.
Heather already took the Vikings, so we gotta do 5 different games.
Are you
So
talking about? I'm not picking 5 games. We're all picking
I'm
one.
gonna-
Ed's picking
I'm gonna
Ohio
bet-
State. I'm picking the Vikings.
Didn't Kim pick the Vikings?
No,
No,
Oh, sorry.
that was me.
I mean I won.
What is
He's
in your
red.
drink?
I apologize. I'm very drunk. Kim,
Wait,
you have
Kim,
a
you can go over there and see if he's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're gonna
I better. What's going on with the Bills?
Buffalo. Aren't they? I think
Bills
Denver.
playing the Broncos.
they are. Oh yeah, they're giving 8.5,
Ooh.
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 and the over under
Man. Oh, Nick's been up.
47.5.
8.5 against
Let's go
Sean
Broncos
Payton.
then. They're giving 8.5.
Yeah, the Broncos are 8.5 point dogs.
Oh,
I
man.
think
Sean
I'll
Payton.
go Broncos.
All right.
Yes,
Ed,
good
you're
bet.
going to want to take the Ohio State Buckeyes. So they're giving 5.5 to Texas.
Nah, I don't give a shit. They can give 10. I don't
Hey,
care.
Roger,
You can give
are you going to
21.
talk shit about Ed taking Ohio
Buckeyes
State?
by 100, bitches.
No. Ohio State should win the national championship. They should go grab it because this Sunday is my son Jack's 10th birthday, and that's the anniversary of the last time you guys. There's a 10-year-old, there's a kid walking around that can wipe his own ass and hit 50-mile-an-hour fastballs since the last time you won a national championship. So you better grab one this year because we got a quarterback in Michigan. So
Yeah, you guys went from 97 to 2024, so you guys had a long drought too. So.
All right.
but I have no problem. Michigan, I'm sorry. Ohio State should beat Texas. I have no problem with that bet. That's a
I'm
good
going
bet.
to take Baker Mayfield -3 against the Washington Commanders.
Yeah. Let's see.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one.
Man. Commanders.
Baker.
Oof. You're taking the bake. All right.
And,
Ice cake. Talking
you
about
got the Chargers, Texans, Steelers, Ravens.
I'm taking. Hey, give me what's the point spread? I'm taking Coach Harbaugh. What's the point spread on that game?
9.5. They're giving.
Wow.
They're giving Texans 9.5. Where's it at?
I'm sorry.
No, the Texans are decimated.
I apologize. You said Coach Harbaugh.
You thought Ravens Steelers with that.
All right. The Chargers giving 2.5 to the Texans.
Oh, give me the Chargers all day long against that Texans.
Buckeye
and the
quarterback
they
CJ
got.
Stroud. I know you're going to
They got no quarterback in Texas.
All right. So we're going to bet.
He's consistent. Heather.
Harbaugh. Yeah, there's two to choose from. So
all right. We're going to bet $20 on this. It's going to pay out $489. And if we win, we're going to split that up between the five of us.
it's gonna
it's
win.
like
It's gonna
$100, right?
Well, I know Ohio State's going to get it done. I just hope that
anyone wants to make a lot of money in the comments, just bet the opposite of what we just did.
Right.
Except Ohio State. Except
Ohio State.
We're confident on that one.
All right. Let's see. We got it. It's bet. Let's see. Can't really see.
There it is.
That's the
It's
5.
in. Greatest poll ever won.
We'll
Greatest poll never won.
We've never won. We're
Greatest
going to win
poll
this
ever.
time. And you're all going to get about like $90. It's going to be awesome. You guys trust Andy with this, man. You all have a lot of faith. Man, this Herb guy really is he's not a fan. But
He's not an Andy fan. We love Ed. We love Andy. We love Roger.
Thank you.
Shit. Hey, if
I like how
Andy
you started
had
with me first.
if Andy had my money, he'd
Ed,
burn
you're
it.
my guy.
Burn your money?
If I had Andy's money, I'd burn mine. So I don't. Andy can do whatever he wants.
All right. Well, I hope we're going to win this. And
We took the Chargers, Mike. We did. We took the Chargers, right?
There's the love.
They
Yeah,
were
took
one.
the
I love you too.
Yeah, we took the Chargers. We took the Chargers.
Urban Raj podcast. I can't wait to take my shirt off and do your podcast. It'd be amazing. Someone take the Chargers.
Why do you have to take your shirt off?
I thought that's what he said he wanted. I don't know. Let's.
Wait, are we done? Are we doing our closing shot?
Well, before you do,
Yeah,
Heather,
Yeah.
plug your stuff, everybody. Plug your stuff.
Yeah. So you can find me at Love Buckeyes on X. Follow us. On X. Follow bougiesports.net, BOUGIE, bougiesports.net. Follow us on YouTube at Bougie Sports. And you can find me. I've been doing them on like Wednesdays or Thursdays at 7-ish. You can find me College Football with Heather. I do a college football podcast where we talk about the current state of college football. Right now we're doing the semifinals because college football is almost over. But when Ohio State wins the Natty, we're going to do a big one. Ed, will you be on if we win
celebrating to Roger's
we'll
dismay.
celebrate. We'll celebrate.
Heather, I want to ask one question.
Yeah.
They obviously expanded the playoffs, which sort of minimalized the importance of college football wins throughout the season. I think someone referenced that you can lose twice now and you're firmly going to get into the playoffs.
You're not, though. You're not firmly going to get into the playoffs.
Well, if you're a top team, right?
Yeah.
So, like, have the playoffs delivered enough excitement that it's worth kind of mitigating the regular season a little bit, in your opinion, or are we going down the wrong path? What do you think?
I think the first round went exactly the way that we had expected. There were no upsets. There was nothing there. But I think it's exciting because if you look at all 4 teams that won their conferences and got buys, they all got crushed. They all got annihilated, except for Arizona State. Arizona State did put up a hell of a fight.
That was a great game.
Yeah, they were the only team that really was worth watching. So it was really neat to see. I liked how that played out because it wasn't the number 1 seeds were steamrolling. It was, you have a number 8 Ohio State. You have, a Notre Dame that's a lower. So yeah, I think that this expanded playoffs is good. I don't think that we should go any more than 12. I think this is good the way it's
Great
working.
number. All right.
Yep.
Love it. Kim, do you have anything you want to promote?
No, no.
She's like, I'm done.
You can find me on Heather's pages.
Yes, I do
don't
lots
have
with
any-
him.
I'm not I'm not out there.
Not out there as
So,
much. What would
no.
it take for one of our listeners to see your tatas?
How much? I'm $6 million.
Maybe a cool G.
All right.
Do you have your outfit picked out for tomorrow yet in your mind?
Yes, I already know.
Nice. Well, everyone, when you're watching the game tomorrow, which is going to be an amazing game, you'll see Kim in the seats with maybe Heather, maybe Lana.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna be
think
awesome.
Lana possibly.
Look for
If
that.
she can't get it, let me know, Kim, and I'm in. I'm sorry. I'm watching Mike. I'm going to blow you off for the podcast.
Whoa.
Game, yeah.
Well, it's free Cavs tickets. So if
Yeah.
Lana can't go, I'm going.
In the
Kim,
lower
if-
level, they're going to be good seats.
If we invited you back like in a couple months, would you still feel the need to have Heather chaperone, or do you think you could do it solo?
I'm all about the group thing, but I could probably do it solo. I could take you all 3 of you on by myself.
You and I are better in a group, okay?
All right. We'll have Lana come on next time. She's fun too.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll and now step out. It could just be Roger,
Yeah.
Heather, and you and Yvette. It'll be awesome.
I'll try to find something even less attire for Urban Raj there.
There we go.
I
We're going
think
to ask you to be back next week now.
we love your attire and your attitude. You chugged. You really got in there and chugged. Some people come on here and they drink Mountain Dew like Ed. It's not the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Wussies.
You did us. You were fun. So thank you so much for coming on. We really
Good.
appreciate it.
Don't worry. I'll be in your DMs being like, hey, you want to come on Wednesday? Because ask Heather. That's what I do. Because
Yes.
I've been doing it for 4 years and I run out of people. Heather, you're
Well, you
coming
guys,
on.
I'll come
Kim.
back anytime. I'll come
Hey,
back
you know
anytime.
what? I get to the point where I don't even ask anymore. I just tell you you're coming on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And Ed, you really do. We need to find a time where you can be on where we could just talk
Right.
about Ohio State.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh.
1150.
Pronky needs.
That's
No,
like
that's
two
not what he means.
Starbucks. You can't
That's
even
not
know.
even Starbucks.
That's
I
a
don't
no
think
deal.
talking money
No deal.
there.
I don't think he's talking money.
Talking inches.
No, he is. That's what we're going to go with. Okay.
Okay.
Because 11 and a half,
Andy,
you sit
I
on a
think-
throne of
yeah.
lies.
If he's going down
Divided
another
by
road with that,
3. 11 and a
keep
half
it.
divided by 3.
11 and a half would be coming all the way out. So
Oh, that's a
I gotta
good.
Oh boy.
nice
All right.
Dawg Chug.
Ed, take over the show for a second. I got to grab another shot because we got to.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Okay. So,
Well, he does
so Ed, are
that.
you're going to be watching the game, right?
I'm going to be watching every single snap.
Every single second. every
Nervous,
single snap.
nervous in my chair.
Yep.
So I'm watching the Oregon game with my son. Obviously, it's New Year's Day, and the Buckeyes were up 34-0. And right
I'm
before
still
the half,
nervous.
they scored the touchdown and got the 2-point conversion. I looked at my
I said
son.
the game's over. We're gonna
Yeah,
blow
I
it.
was mad. I was mad.
I was. Somebody texted me and they're like, "Oh, you guys you're running all over," and I'm like, "Well, we shouldn't have given up that last touchdown."
Yeah,
Yep, same.
ruined my halftime.
I'll message you, and we can
Yeah.
rage together.
Rage.
Happy birthdays to Heather.
Happy birthday,
you.
Heather.
Happiest first
you.
time coming on the Dawg Chug. Kim,
you
to
popped
both
my
of you,
cherry.
you do the shot, and thank you for being part of like the first Dawg Chug of 2025. It might be the only Dawg Chug of 2025. This might be our last episode. Who
We're
knows?
getting
No, no,
booted
no,
after
no.
this.
No.
Love you guys.
This was so fun, and yeah, happy birthday, Heather.
Thank
and
you.
If you got them, audience, and go Browns.
I got a little
Go
bit.
Browns.
Go Buckeyes.
Go Cavs. Go Bucks.
Go blue.